Welcome all esports race fans. Welcome to NOSSCAR Series Racing. This is race 5 of 12 here in season 2 of the NOSSCAR Short Track Series. We are here at Dover Speedway, the Monster Mile, folks. And we're going to have some fun, I'll tell you. Those walls kind of peek out at you when you come around the corner and go to exit, and a lot of these drivers will tell you that this track is a little bit of a pain in their side, but they love it. They love the challenge, they love the thrill of the concrete, and they always come back. Let's get ourselves to the starting grid, folks. On the pole, we got TyMac in the 24. Alongside him, Just Ken in the 78, last year's Short Track Series champion. Inside of row 2, Humpy in the 43 car. Kansas Kids in the 15, having a stellar season. Second place in the Sportsman Series standings, Kansas Kid. Inside of row 3, you've got THR Hard Pickle in the 2 car. And you have Caleb Starr in the 95. Inside of row 4, Man Anger in the 17. Outside of row 4, Twitch Whiskers in the 48. Inside of row 5, Rockin' Lunatic in the 41. Outside of row 5, your Dun Son in the 6 car. Inside of row 6, RJ Haywood in the 42. And Kevin Long Isle in the 35. Inside of row 7, you have Daniel Harmon in the 23, and I believe that's actually THR Hard Pickle back there, so we'll find out for you as soon as possible who's starting on the inside of row 3. And rounding out the field in 15th is the rookie Killer Miller in the 47 car. Let's get the show on the road here. We believe it might actually be Dale Jr. in the 88 car, starting on the inside of row 3. And it is. He was the one that we missed there. THR Hard Pickle starts in 14th. And the green flag is out here at Dover Speedway, the Monster Mile, folks. And it's I believe it is a 40-lap race. It's a short one here for the NOSSCAR Short Track Series. The NOSSCAR Short Track Series is one of 3 C Division NOSSCAR leagues, hosted on the NASCAR 15 video game on the PlayStation 3 console. Oh, and some contact with the wall already, and problems for Humpy in the 43. He was in 3rd, and he spun right in front of Caleb Starr. Let's see if we can get a better view of it. I'm going the wrong way for the camera angles. He's the blue car there. Caleb Starr got involved, spun back up the racetrack. Kansas Kids got involved in the 15. And there was a huge pileup over there heading into turn 1. And Ken in the 78 car was able to get around the 24 and take the race lead. Killer Miller in the 47 car evidently was involved in that lap 1 incident, because he's now just in front of the race leaders, fighting to stay on the lead lap. And it's Ken in the 78 leading the way, and he's going to catch a lot of lap traffic, it appears, in the near future. He's going to try to work his way around Killer Miller. Killer Miller actually went up the hill and hit the wall coming out of turn 2. Twitch Whiskers in the 48 trying to stay on the lead lap. That's your Dun Son in the 6 car having some sort of an issue here. I guess he was involved in the incident on lap 1 as well, because he's a top 5 contender everywhere we go. And now he is the first car 1 lap down, running in 14th. Twitch Whiskers in the 48 runs in 13th. She's going to probably get lapped here shortly. She's run good at Dover in the past. She almost got the win in the NOSSCAR Endurance Series Dover 400. She was up in 3rd late in the race, and she was catching the front 2 drivers, which were Wood Dog in the 3 and Just Ken in the 78. But she ended up getting a bumper from Man Anger, and she ended up spinning out and finishing 10th instead. It was a bit of a heartbreaker for him. And a heartbreaker for RJ Haywood as well. The 42 hits the wall coming out of turn 2, and he goes a lap down. And now he's currently scored in 14th. Your Dunson got around him to take 13th. Twitch Whiskers in the 48 car, hanging tough in front of the 78. Runs in 12th, but now the 78 made a move on the inside. And it looked like a clean move. Didn't look like there was any contact made. And Ken is going to be able to get around the 48. Oh, and problems for Daniel Harmon in the 23. He's got fire from out the hood, and he's slow on the inside of the racetrack. Mananger also got involved in it in the 17. So put Mananger now back to, I believe, 12th, and Twitch Whiskers up to 11th. Actually, it's Twitch Whiskers 10th and Mananger 11th. Problems already here early in the going at the Monster Mile, and that's why they call this place the Monster Mile. Sometimes really throws a curveball into your short track series season, or whatever series you're currently in, and that's a tough break for Daniel Harmon. There he is. Severe front end damage to the front end of that number 23 machine. And now Mananger and Twitch Whiskers battling for 10th and 11th here. Daniel Harmon, unfortunately, is going to get a 15th place finish out of the 16 cars that receive points. 15 of them made it to the feature. 16 drivers receive points. RJ Haywood runs in 14th. Killer Miller in 13th. And as you can see, Just Ken is catching lap traffic. TyMac able to run down the 78 a little bit in the last couple of laps. And now we got cars making green flag pit stops. Larson Rocks in the 31 being one of them. And now Ken is able to get around Humpy and THR Hard Pickle. Looked like Humpy made contact with the outside wall coming out of turn 2. It seems to be a bit of a hot spot. Drivers seem to go up and make contact with the outside wall in turn 2, thinking they can exit the corner with a little bit more steam than they actually can. Caleb Starr in the 95 car is also on pit road. RJ Haywood in the 42 car on pit road, going to try to repair some of that damage. And we still see the 23 parked on the racetrack. Tough break for him. Kevin Long Isle in the 35 car inside the top 10 here, having a good run. He just let the front 2 runners go, and he might be trying to stretch it on fuel. As you can see, he was really slowing down, and I think we just saw a car spin out exiting turn 4, and it looked like one of those wall glitch incidents where you make slight contact with the outside wall, but it whiplashes your car to the left towards the inside wall like a boomerang. And now that we're back here on the front straightaway where it would have happened, we don't see any carnage, but we just saw more carnage coming out of turn 4. It's too bad we can't zoom in on some of this stuff for you. They were 4 wide coming out of turn 4, and at Dover, that doesn't really work. '78 leading the way. Has led the way for much of this race. Now the 24 is starting to get a little bit closer to Ken. Question is, when are they going to come down pit road to make their green flag pit stops? Here they come, guys. Your race leader, Just Ken in the 78, comes down pit road. TyMac in the 24, Humpy in the 43. Looks like your Dunson maybe missed pit road there in the number 6. Now I'm not quite sure, but I believe that Dale Jr. in the 88 car has elected to stay out and lead a lap. Not quite sure. There's a lot of cars on pit road, guys. Kansas Kids in the 15, Killer Miller in the 47, Twitch Whiskers in the 48, and now the 24 and the 78 leaving pit road. So when it all cycles back around, we know that they will be 1 and 2. They had one heck of a gap between themselves and third place. We're going to take a short break, guys. You're watching the 5th race here in Season 2 of the NOSSCAR Short Track Series. We're glad you're with us. Head over to NOSSCAR.com to learn more about our fantastic series. 9 leagues in total. 3 A Division leagues hosted on PlayStation 4. 3 B Division leagues hosted here on NASCAR 15 on PlayStation 3. And 3 C Division leagues hosted here on NASCAR 15 as well. Don't go away. The finish is coming up next. We're back here at the Monster Mile. It's Ken in the 78 car leading the way still. TyMac in the 24 trying to run him down. They're also trying to make it to the end on fuel. They both pit at lap 19. It's a 40-lap race. We suspect that they've both already started conserving in this fuel run long ago, and now we see that RJ Haywood's coming down pit road. Remember, he short pit early in the first fuel run to try to repair some of that damage. He was involved in that wreck on the first lap. Now, I'm not quite certain, but I believe that we have 6 cars on the lead lap. Or 5, rather. Kevin Longisle in the 35 car is scored in the 6th position. And there he is. He's about 1.5 seconds or 2 seconds behind your race leader, Just Ken. Remember, there are no cautions here in the NOSSCAR Short Track Series, so being the first car 1 lap down really doesn't get you too far unless a red flag comes out, and that comes out if a car gets stuck on their side or on their roof and they simply can't get moving again. Just in front of Ken in the 78 is your Dunson in the 6, and oh, and your Dunson just gave a huge shot there to Killer Miller in the 47. Kind of looked like Killer Miller slowed down a lot right in front of the race leaders. And now TyMac is all over the back bumper of Just Ken for the 70 for the race lead here. TyMac looking for his 6th career NOSSCAR Short Track Series win. Ken is looking for his 5th. They both currently sit the 2 winningest drivers all time in the NOSSCAR Short Track Series. However, TyMac in the 24 has already announced earlier this week that this will be his final season in the NOSSCAR Short Track Series, win or lose. So the 24 car will be up for grabs for this specific series. They're in heavy lap traffic here at the Monster Mile. Ken in the 78 trying to work his way through it and keep himself in front of TyMac in the 24. And TyMac on the inside of the 78. Gonna take the lead, but now the 78 with the crossover move and takes the inside. Going back into turn 1. TyMac gets sideways, trying to stay with the 78. He's going to lose some ground here. And that was the finish, folks. TyMac in the 24 runs out of fuel. He's going to coast across the line to finish in 2nd place. Just Ken in the 78 car wins the race. We were wondering why TyMac started slowing down the back straightaway, and he was out of fuel. TyMac will finish in 2nd. Ken wins his 5th career NOSSCAR Short Track Series victory. He ties TyMac for the most all time. This was race 5 of 12 here in season 2 of the NOSSCAR Short Track Series at Dover Speedway. Just Ken in the 78 wins. TyMac 2nd. Your Dunson 3rd. Kansas Kids 4th. Mananger 5th. Kevin Longisle 6th. Humpy 7th. Caleb Starr 8th. Dale Jr. 9th. Rockin' Lunatic 10th. Twitch Whiskers 11th, THR Hartpickle 12th, Killer Miller 13th, RJ Haywood 14th, Daniel Harmon 15th, and One Eye Brad 16th. Thanks very much for joining us, guys. We'll see you at Phoenix. Head over to NOSSCAR.com to find out more about our online racing leagues and about our online racing community. Have yourselves a good night.